Meta commentary because it has to be said. There are very few quality recordings of this commercial on the internet, and for those that have a slightly less garbage quality recording, they have their watermark attached to it.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Nintendo.
Like seriously? You're gonna watermark a commercial that was produced by a completely different company 15 to 20 years after it was aired? You're a buffoon! Alright, fool us. What an excellent concept for a game. This is the type of originality and balls I like to see. HAL Laboratory had a strong dev team, having previously developed the Kirby and Earthbound series. One man, Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Kirby at the age of 19, decided he wanted to create a fighting game that would utilize the 4 controller ports available on the N64. Knowing that fighting games don't usually sell well, he thought that the way to get it to the masses was through the use of Nintendo characters as the game's fighters. Not wanting to be shot down early, he kept the prototype project hidden from Nintendo, and once the balancing got sorted, at the age of 27, he and HAL presented the game to Nintendo for use on the N64, already having model assets built for licensed Nintendo characters. Bold. I assume the majority of my generation have at least heard of the Smash Bros. Series, but for those less exposed to Nintendo, it's a fighting game with a unique core mechanic. Taking hits increases a percent meter, which determines how far you fly on subsequent hits. You lose a life if you end up out of bounds, which includes the ceiling, the sides, and the bottomless abyss. Different moves hit harder than others, and some characters are harder to hit than others, but the ones that are easier to hit are heavier, so they don't go as far. There definitely is balancing and pros and cons of each character, but there's a lot of analysis I won't go into with that because I feel like it takes away from the joy of the game, considering I don't really think it was built to be competitive in the first place, what with all the Pokeballs and other items adding randomness to the mix. Just letting you know now, you're likely gonna win more with Ness or Captain Falcon, but you'll likely have way more fun just trying to get one with Lil Puff. As is tradition for most all fighting games, each character has a unique moveset. Pressing A does basic hits and kicks, while holding a direction in A does what is called a smash move. Awacha-cha. Pressing B does unique abilities. I can't cover them all, but I will categorize some of them. Entrez le modèle de présentation. Spin moves. Slam moves. Power moves. Eat the guy moves. Go up and hurt 'em moves. Don't hurt me though moves. You're gonna hurt yourself more than others moves. And why is this how he jumps moves? And you're winning too much. I hate you. So I'm just gonna spam this forever. Moves. When the game was first released in 1999, a lot of the reviewer guys decided that the single-player campaign was lacking and slacking, and while I agree to a degree, a run-through of the single-player game gives a noob a chance to see what's out there as you play across every stage and against every Nintendo contender. Nintendo! Boo. No, he's not in this one. But there is an introduction to the Master Hand, a very important appendage on any man's journey to becoming a Master Blaster. All Jill jokes aside, the Master Hand goes along very cleverly with how this whole charade is set up. In the opening scene of the game, the camera moves forward in step, revealing a kid's bedroom where the Master Hand begins building stages while placing plush dolls of the Nintenders within the scene. It reminds me of when I used to set up Army Men and other action figures called Z-Bots when I was a little boy. It also reminds me of when I, my brothers, and my friends used to hurl Beanie Babies at each other from across the room. Hissy was also known as the Bolo, and getting smacked in the face with that guy at full velocity hurt like a... Probably good that we got way more into video games than contact sports. Probably would have had some brain damage by now. As if you don't already. But I digress. Multiplayer is where this game strives. I mean, let's be real. People don't play this game for how good they can board the platforms. They just want some goofy-ass antic with their friends. I can't lie to you guys, I'm actually not playing with other people during this whole shambang shaboodle part of the video, and that's because I'm playing it off of an emulator, and I'm playing it off of an emulator because Super Smash Bros. Cost $60, and I couldn't justify spending $60 on a game that I could find on the internet for free when I've already paid $60 for it when it came out way back when, and now there are better games out for around the same price range that have immensely better quality and graphics. Therefore, as long as I only have 11 beautiful subscribers on this channel, I can't justify spending more money than what the actual game is worth to me in my mind. That being said, it is an incredible game. Is there better Smash out now? Yeah. It's undeniable that Melee will likely never be conquered in terms of its replayability. And Brawl, although not as popular, is still a great installment in the series. I haven't played the 4th or the 5th ones, so I won't comment ignorantly on that, but as the new Smash release date comes closer and closer, like reading the books before a movie or listening to old songs before a new album drop, I strongly recommend trying out the first Smash just so you can appreciate what was done with the tech at the time and also just to understand how far we've come.
Congratulations!
Other than the 11 beautiful sea urchins that I got subscribed to my channel right now, I want to kiss every one of you on your wet lips. But